Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great.
Jaron Ennis shocked the boxing community when he shared his candid views on Terence Crawford's historical standing.
That's the fight that everybody wants to see. Yeah. I want to do it.
Do you respect him as, like, when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so...
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did. You know what I'm saying? And then that one time that I did, we said they called, and we said we never heard nothing else back about it. So
right.
I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing, but don't be capping on the net.
That's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on scene. But yeah, that's that. He might not be lying. That might be the biggest fight.
Rather than placing the three-division undisputed champion among boxing's elite, the emerging talent confessed he doesn't view Crawford in that elite group. Despite fans and experts labeling him one of the finest to ever step into the ring after his landmark victory against Canelo Alvarez, for Ennis, his personal idols remain legends like Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and Sugar Ray Leonard. While many were surprised he didn't rank Crawford higher, the young American emphasized he has his own list of heroes, and Crawford simply isn't included.
With this win, everybody said Crawford elevated his status. He's the GOAT. Do you think this win puts him on Mount Rushmore or makes him a GOAT in boxing?
Everybody got their own opinion. So,
what's yours?
My opinion is I like who I like. You know, I like Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker. I'm liking Sugar Ray Leonard. I've been watching a little bit of Sugar Ray Leonard. David Tony. They my top guys that I've been watching.
Fair enough.
The timing of Ennis's remarks only intensified ongoing debates, as Crawford had just achieved one of the most remarkable wins in boxing history. Earlier this month, he moved up and defeated Mexican icon Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision, claiming the undisputed super middleweight crown. That feat placed him in a league of his own as the first male boxer to secure undisputed titles across 3 weight classes. The bout itself was among the most eagerly awaited in recent years, with heated discussions beforehand about whether Crawford's size disadvantage would hinder him against the larger opponent. But on fight night, the Omaha native demonstrated once again that skill and ring intelligence can overcome challenges, as he outmaneuvered Canelo and added another defining moment to his legacy.
I threw a shot and we landed at the same time. I looked at him and I told him, like, yeah, you felt that. I was just letting him know that it's going to be a long night.
Last 30 seconds of the fight, what was going through your mind then?
Close it out. Just close it out. If I didn't have that mindset of finishing the fight and making sure that I closed it out, then it would have been a draw. Being that I wasn't the champion, I was the challenger, I wanted to make sure that the judges see that I was in control from the beginning to the end. And I just knew it was going to be my day. I came out smiling. I don't never come out smiling. I'm always focused. I was ready for whatever he brought. I was just in the moment.
Yet, for Ennis, respect doesn't automatically equate to ranking someone among the all-time best. The Philadelphia-born fighter, who has already unified titles at welterweight, is focused on forging his own journey. Next month, he'll step up to super-welterweight for the first time, facing Portugal's Wiz Lima at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Notably, one boxer who didn't hesitate to praise Crawford's brilliance was Roy Jones Jr., a name Ennis himself listed among his favorites. Jones, a Hall of Famer and one of the greatest of his time, was asked who he currently regards as the top fighter globally. Despite recent victories from Alexander Usyk and Naoya Inoue, both pound-for-pound mains, Jones insisted Crawford holds the top spot. He stated, "Right now, I choose Crawford because of how far he's risen. He's climbed higher than Usyk. Typically, lower-weight fighters are more skillful than those in heavier divisions. Usyk is highly skilled for his weight, but Crawford needed even greater skill. He moved from 135 to 160. That's a broader range of dominance, requiring more technical ability. I picked Crawford, but Usyk is a close second. Could be 1A and 1B. Both are highly technical, but comparisons didn't end with Usyk and Inoue. After his win over Canelo, fans began debating whether Crawford had surpassed Floyd Mayweather, who retired undefeated at 50 and is widely seen as one of boxing's greatest. This debate often splits boxing circles, and Crawford was asked directly if he now ranks himself above Mayweather. His response showed humility and respect. Instead of claiming superiority, he clarified he had no interest in comparing himself to Mayweather. To him, Mayweather is among the all-time greats, the defining figure of his era, while Crawford sees himself as the leading fighter of today's generation. Crawford credited Mayweather for providing a blueprint that fighters like him could follow, from work ethic to discipline, shaping his path to the top.
Is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
As Crawford continues to dominate discussions, his longtime coach, Brian "Bo" McIntyre, offered insight into how much longer fans will see him compete. McIntyre, who's trained Crawford since his 2008 debut, suggested the 38-year-old has 2 or 3 fights left before retiring. The coach noted that Crawford made his victory over Canelo appear nearly effortless and hinted the team is already planning what's next. One possibility is a move down to middleweight, where Crawford could face Janibek Alimkhanyuli, the unified WBO and IBF champion. The powerful Kazakh has already embraced the idea of a bout, viewing it as a chance for Crawford to pursue a 6th weight class title.
As his trainer, do you feel like he should just sail off into the sunset after this monumental
Well,
win?
you know what? They made it look so easy. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, got 2-3 more in him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Training camp will try harder. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a move to 160 would make sense?
I mean, if you want to do it, you know, it'd be a challenge. If you want to challenge yourself, yeah, I don't mind.
They make them 5 weight divisions. There's not many people there.
That'd be
It's just
great.
Oscar and Manny.
Yeah, that'd be great.
If not, do you think he stays at 160? Would you want to see him stay at 160?
I don't know. We'll see.
In terms of just overall, I know a lot has been said about Terence now being amongst the greatest fighters in history. Where do you rank him? Should we rank him like that? Is it difficult because, you know, eras?
No, I would say when you say best, name the best fighters ever in the history of boxing, you're gonna have to say Ray Robinson. You're gonna have to say Jack Dempsey. Then you gotta say Terence Crawford. He's up there. He's definitely up there.
Speculation about Crawford's next steps doesn't end there. However, recently, Sebastian Fundora, the towering WBC light middleweight champion, standing at 6 feet 5.5, called him out. Fundora admitted he supported Canelo in their fight due to the size difference, but acknowledged Crawford's ring intelligence secured the win. Despite his height and reach advantage over most opponents, Fundora expressed eagerness to face Crawford at 154 pounds, if that's where the Omaha native chooses to compete. At the same time, he recognized Crawford might be looking toward 160 pounds instead.
When I saw, I think he's going back to 160, but yeah, we're welcome. Why not?
Gabby, for you on the weekend, I know you're a big supporter of boxing and whatnot, and I think I've actually seen Crawford speak about you sometimes in interviews. What did you think of the fight, and were you rooting for Canelo, or did you think that Crawford could do it?
I was also rooting for Canelo, but again, to what going on Sebastian, that it was Crawford fought smart. Crawford fought smart. He knew his range and his shots, and he felt comfortable that there was times where he was fighting in the inside with Canelo and he was getting the better shots. So I think he felt comfortable in that division, and he'll probably stay there. Maybe go one weight class down, but who knows? Props to him. They're 2 icons in the legend in the sport of boxing.
Well said. Do you think the rematch needs to happen? What's the next fight for Crawford for both of you? What do you think that, you know? Is it a rematch or?
It probably won't be a rematch. I don't think so. There's no need. There's no reason to.
It didn't look like Canelo wanted that rematch, honestly. But Crawford could do whatever he wants right now. He can go up if he wants to. He can go down. I hear there's talks of him and Benavidez. So you know, there's all kinds of names that are coming. Yeah, are coming out for Crawford. Crawford is the #1 in the sport right now. So you know, everything. He has everything right now.
All the best.
While focus remains on Crawford, the aftermath of his fight has been equally dramatic for Canelo Alvarez. For the first time in 7 years, the Mexican superstar is without a world championship belt. His loss to Crawford marked only the 3rd defeat of his career, alongside losses to Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol, with 68 fights already. Speculation quickly arose about whether the 35-year-old might retire, especially as recent performances suggest he may no longer be at his peak. However, reports confirm Canelo isn't finished. though his return will be delayed. He's scheduled for elbow surgery, sidelining him until at least April next year. This pushes his planned February comeback in Riyadh to the second or third quarter of 2026. His next opponent remains uncertain, but options include a rematch with Crawford, a move up to face David Benavidez, or another high-profile fight.
Let's start out with Canelo Alvarez. I understand you have an update.
Yes, Max. Canelo Alvarez obviously coming off of that tough loss to Terence Crawford earlier this month. I'm told that he's going to have elbow surgery. He was set to return in February in Riyadh for the third fight of that deal. That fight is now going to be delayed until Q2 or Q3 of 2026. So Canelo's going to have the surgery, and then he'll come back.
For people who don't know, what does Q2 and Q3 mean?
The second quarter of the third quarter of the year.
Third quarter.
April, May, June.
So anywhere between
April
so January,
September.
February, March
Q1
is off. That's Q1. So anywhere from April
to September.
Through September in
Correct.
that area.
In that area, Canelo Alvarez still the face of boxing. Even after the loss, he's going to come back, and the expectation would be it would be in Riyadh. He has 2 more fights remaining on that deal with the Riyadh team.
Legendary boxer and promoter Oscar De La Hoya also commented on Canelo's future post. Asked if he thinks the Mexican champion is done, De La Hoya rejected the notion that Alvarez is finished. He highlighted that Canelo still possesses the skills to knock out opponents who engage directly in his preferred style of fight. However, he suggested Canelo's career now hinges on matchmaking specifically, who is placed in front of him, and whether those bouts can still attract fans. It's less about Canelo's remaining ability and more about how promoters and managers strategize his next moves.
Frustrating. Don't get me wrong. Canelo facing the right opponent that's going to stay in front of him, that's going to fight, that's going to make it a brawl, Canelo knocks him out. So I'm not saying Canelo's shot or done. No, it's far from it. It's all on the matchmaking. It's all who you put in front of him. It's all about squeezing those last dollars from the fans, Canelo. You want to squeeze the fans.
What about the Mexican?
Come on, take it easy on the fans.
Oscar, what about the Mexican monster?
Adding intrigue to the conversation, former world champion James Toney shared his perspective on a potential Canelo-David Benavidez clash. Toney, known for bold predictions, believes Benavidez would be the first to stop Canelo inside the distance. In his view, if the two meet, Benavidez would knock Canelo out decisively. Benavidez has already moved to light heavyweight after failing to secure a super middleweight fight with Canelo and was named WBC champion earlier this year. His first title defense is set against Britain's Anthony Yarde in Riyadh this November, but he remains open to a future bout with Alvarez. If it happens, Toney is convinced it won't go the full distance.
What's stopping from that fight, from him facing Canelo? What do you think is stopping that fight?
Canelo's a little nuts.
You think so?
That's all. He's scared to death. Canelo is scared. Scared. You know, he from Benavidez, he get knocked out. He get
like James Toney. A lot of people have said that if Canelo keeps on waiting and waiting for Benavidez, it's actually going to become harder to beat him. Do you agree with that? It's good to Canelo should get him right now because I guess quote unquote he's not fully seasoned. But if he gets him later, Benavidez is going to roll right through him. Do you agree with that?
It don't matter. He going to roll him right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If he fights Canelo right now, he's going to steamroll him. Like how Tommy Hearns did Pernell Whitaker. How Tommy Hearns did Roberto Duran. Same result. I promise you. So that's why that boy Canelo's scared. Him and all his people can get their mariachi band and stay over in Mexico.
Looking at the broader picture, boxing today revolves around how Crawford's greatness compares to past and present fighters, how Canelo rebounds from his defeat, and how rising stars like Ennis and Benavidez fit into the landscape. For fans, multiple compelling storylines emerge. Crawford chasing more history with a potential 6th division title. Canelo's comeback trail post-surgery. Ennis aiming to establish himself in a new weight class. And Benavidez being touted as the fighter who could finally stop Canelo. No matter how it plays out, boxing is in a captivating moment where past, present, and future collide.